Nick, welcome to Democracy 4. This is going to be an interesting little game here. So this is an interesting game in that we get to run our own country, Nick. And you'll kind of see how this works as we progress here. The first choice we have to make, though, is what country we would like to rule over, Nick. We have the USA, obviously the UK. There is Japan, France, Canada, Spain, Germany, Italy by the looks of it, and South Korea. The options.
What I want to know is what all these star ratings are at the bottom.
Difficulty, man. The UK is apparently unrulable.
Ungovernable, right?
You want to try? You want to see if we can...
I do.
Our wealthiest citizen is James Dyson? Is that true?
That doesn't surprise me, but then he's technically moved to Singapore, hasn't he?
But I think he's still a citizen, though, right?
The wealthiest guy in the UK, as far as I was aware, was this chemical guy. I forgot his name. He owns a big chemical company. He was the highest taxpayer, at least, in the UK.
Oh.
What's his name? But to be fair, this game is a few years old, right? Like this is.
It said as of 2020 is what it said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel that
there's like a couple of things we can adjust at the beginning if we wanted to, but we are legally have a three-party system here, Nick. Okay. So we get to choose the name of our party at the beginning here. What's our party called?
Surely the Democratic Republicans, Isaac.
The Democratic Republicans.
Or if we want to go real UK, we could be the Conservative Labourers.
The laborious conservatives.
Yes. Sure. And maybe the Democratic Republicans can be our opposition.
The opposition,
right?
What, the Democratic Republicans. And then who's our third? Who's the third party? The wacky party, Nick? Who are they?
The Avengers, Isaac. Of course.
Perfect. Three-party system.
Excellent.
We're going to leave compulsory voting off, as it is not compulsory in the UK to vote.
Fair.
And then everything else here we're just going to leave as default.
Leave it as is. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. Did I put Republicans? That's my bad. The text. So I'm playing this. We had some issues at the start of the episode with the game, where the way the resolution works in this game. So I'm playing it in a very small window on my monitor. So apologies if I can't read this quite as well. Nick might be able to read this better than I am. But it says, welcome to your new job as Prime Minister. Yada, yada, yada. You know, currently our GDP is like middling. Nick, health, pretty good. Education is okay. Poverty, somewhat low. Crime, medium. Unemployment, also medium. And so we can begin our first term in office here. So basically, Nick, in the top left, we have our income. Next to that, we have our expenditure. So right now, we are running a deficit, right, of 21.84 billion. So we're losing money, and we have a debt of 1.8 trillion, okay? Now, we have different sectors of policy that we can change, right? We've got public service in the bottom left, law and order in the top left. We've got transport, we've got foreign policy, welfare, economy, and tax, all right? And on the left, we have the different groups of the population and our popularity with them, right? So with everybody, our popularity is kind of middling. Right now, state employees love us, right?
They do.
And whenever you hover over something, it kind of tells you why they love you, right? So the green arrows are what they like. They like the military spending. They like the police force. They like the prisons. They like that we have a state health service. They dislike the body cameras, right? So the body camera policy is negatively impacting the how much the state employees like us. If we look at like middle income earners, they dislike income tax massively. They really dislike the fact that they're paying income tax, right? And so we can like change that. We can go to income tax and we can set the percentage where we want to set it, right?
Right, I see.
The thing is that if we have a certain number of political points like each turn, and there are a certain number of turns until the next election, right? So at the top here, the next election is in however many turns. I actually don't know how many at this point. But every turn we have so many points. Right now we've got 14, okay? So currently we could raise the amount of income tax. If we wanted to go above 50% though, we'd need 18 points. We don't have it, right? So we could make it 90%. The middle income, you can see there, these middle class people would hate us, right? And as we bring it down, the middle income, they love it. But like the equality goes down, you know, the capitalists love it.
And I assume our deficit would go up as well.
Exactly right. I think we can. I think we can click on this, Nick, and we see our breakdown. Right now, income tax is our biggest, our biggest income. Yeah, right? By far. And then we've got expenditures. We're spending most on the health service, state pensions, state schools, military, and all these tiny little things, right? And so yeah, we can see kind of over time our debt's going up, which is not good, right?
Obviously, yeah.
I think as time goes on,
GDP's kind of stayed the same, which is not good. We need growth.
yeah, the global economy's taking a
growth.
dip though, Nick. So we're doing okay, I guess, if our GDP stayed the same-ish. But so yeah, we have to do things that are popular enough to win the next election, basically. But then after the next election, we get to go again, right? It doesn't stop. It keeps going.
I see.
Into the future.
See.
So I did change. Oh no, I messed it up, man. I think I changed income tax. Let me let me start a new game. Hold on.
Okay.
And we'll do this again because I think I just paid way too many points. We are lab cons. That's laborious conservatives.
Yeah.
These are
the rep dems.
The rep dems, and these are
And then
the
Avengers. Yeah.
The Avengers. Okay. Play.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Nice.
So now we're back to where we were before, right?
Okay.
And yeah, there's a couple of other things as well. There are like so this is if we go
so this is like intelligence and
this
stuff.
is intelligence.
Okay.
These are like group names. And like if we do certain things that are too bad, certain groups will try to assassinate us if they really don't like what we've done.
Nice. Okay.
And there's just all kinds of stuff here, man.
God,
You got
there's a lot to this.
there's a lot in this, man. You've got
I can't believe they got their friggin' window resolution thing wrong with the game as complicated as this.
right here on the little light bulb, we can enact certain different policies that we want to enact. For example, under text, we can put in like a plastic tax, or like right down at the bottom here, there's like a CO2 tax, but that's going to need like a lot of political points to make that happen, right? Empty homes. You know, I mean, there's little things that we can do. We can add these, and then we can kind of set them wherever we want and change things and whatnot. So, what's our first? Also,
what do we start with?
I believe the way that we get political points here, our cabinet ministers, man, is based on our ministers, right? So different ministers give us different points. So we can spend capital to reshuffle the ministers and basically bring other people in. And basically, the more they align with us, the more of these political points we have, right?
Right.
So right now, the economy, tax, and public service guys, they are giving us their power. Everybody else is kind of middling. Obviously, if we do something that the economic guy doesn't like, and then he's going to give us less next turn, and we're going to, you know what I mean? It's kind of balancing all of our points and stuff. So I feel like, Nick, we need to get this deficit down, right?
We do.
But at the same time,
we've got some pain points, right? Capitalists hate us. The youth hate us.
Yes, the youth. Why do the youth hate us? The youth, they don't like the generational wealth gap on the right there. So that's not a policy, but I think if I hover over that, it'll show the policies that are affecting that.
Right.
And so like property tax is making that lower. Free bus passes are making that higher. The state pension is making that gap bigger. And the graduation tax is also making that gap bigger, right? So if we lowered the state pension, that would decrease the generational wealth gap, and that would increase our popularity among youth, right? That's kind of I think the way that works. So we got choices to make here, man. I think currently we are at the beginning of our term. We've got quite a few turns, I think, before the election. And so I think if we want to do anything unpopular, I think we have to do the unpopular stuff first.
Earlier, of course. Yes. So that everyone forgets by the time it's the election.
Exactly. Like we can start running the tax cuts or whatever closer to the election, right?
Exactly.
For now, I think we want to get this...
dirty politics. Dirty politics, just how we like it. So what do we want to do first then, man?
That's a good question. There's some wacky stuff on here, man. This is like intellectual property rights. You know, we can, right now they're real high. Obviously, I don't think this should be our first port of call, but if we wanted to, we could really lower intellectual property rights for no good reason.
Right, I see.
I mean, we can organize them based on finances. So these are the big ones, right?
Okay, right, okay.
The obviously the NHS over here, the State Health Service, is costing us $32.7 billion. That's a massive chunk of what we currently have.
Yeah.
And it's currently quite high. You know, we could lower it a little bit, but not much.
Yeah.
State pensions also another $32 billion, very high. You know, we could raise it as much as we like, or we could lower it a little bit. How much can we lower it by? We could pull back like $5 billion ish by lowering that.
Okay.
You know? Same with the health service. We could pull this back almost again, like another 5, maybe 4 billion on the health service if we want to pull back a little bit, which is not, that's like a fifth of what our deficit is like 4 or 5 billion. Sales tax could be increased or decreased. It's currently at 25%. Payroll tax is currently medium, whatever that means. We could increase this to bring in an extra 20 billion, but I think people are going to hit that, and our GDP will go down, which is interesting. I feel like we want GDP to go up, right?
We do. Well, the growth is good, obviously.
Global economy is the biggest negative factor currently to our GDP.
Right, okay. So that's something that would kind of hopefully change naturally.
Yeah. And then there's also, I think this is like corporation tax. Yeah. We can increase and decrease that. The more we increase it, the less the capitalists like us. And the less competitive our economy becomes as well. It kind of becomes a more...
people would flock somewhere else.
Confirm.
There's a compromise to everything, isn't there?
There is. I think, though, do the old people love us? The retired love us, man.
So let's knock them down a peg.
I want to knock them down a peg.
Knock them down a peg.
I think we should lower the state pension.
Yeah, that's
from
just
high
above.
to just above the threshold to where we can afford to do it. Right, like right here. Apply changes. Boom. They're gonna hate it, and I don't think most people are gonna love it. I think that's mostly just like a negative change. But that's fine. What else have we got? We've got child benefit. We can obviously change this as well. There's influence as well, which I think is just how much people care about. Oh, no, maybe, yeah, but I think how much people affect the voting, right? I think people care most about GDP. If GDP is doing well, then you'll see everything affects GDP,
everything
right?
affects GDP, yeah.
That was a little one for obesity on the left there. Look at that. Which is fluctuating. So I think the way this works, again, there's a lot of mechanics at play here, but I think
you can kind of set automatic policy changes.
Well, I think basically once this crosses the red line, it becomes like a problem that affects your polling, right?
Right.
At that point, it will only stop being something that affects your polling once it falls below the green line. So right now it's kind of hovering. But
there's that window there.
And there's a junk food tax as well that we could increase, which is interesting. It's at 15%, man.
Imagine a 90% junk food tax.
I mean, it really takes a beating on obesity. The youth do not like it.
They hate it.
And I mean, in the grand scheme of things, 200 million is not much. I don't know, man. That could be interesting.
Could be good, useful for the health service, though. Might take down
that's true.
health service expenditure.
I have a feeling that obesity is kind of negatively affecting the health service.
Yeah.
For sure. Car usage also increasing obesity there, which is an interesting little connection. Organized crime is also here. That's being increased by cryptocurrency adoption on the bottom right there.
Oh, of course
is increasing that. Look at that, cryptocurrency adoption's on the up and up.
On the rise, yeah.
Interesting. The youth dislike it? Maybe. I'm seeing a negative arrow going to cryptocurrency adoption, but who knows?
Really like it. It's weird. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then environmental factors as well. So we got 7 more points here, man. I'm wondering.
Do you want to run a campaign?
Well, I'm wondering if we can just so there's health food subsidiaries here, or subsidies. We could go for a double whammy of implementing a health food subsidiary and increasing the junk food tax, right? Kind of doing like a cash neutral transaction maybe of
get people's health up.
At the max, this costs 263 million. We could increase the junk food tax by 263 million potentially, right?
And then you'd be all right.
And just funnel it into health food subsidies. What do you think?
Let's do it. Let's get people eating grapes and bananas instead of cheeseburgers.
You want to go mix on this? Like just really...
Let's max it out.
Really go for it? Boom. And then we've got 4 points left. So where was the junk food tax? That was down here? Gosh, I've made these so small now. Let me change them to value. Oh, that's graduation tax. I've lost it, man. I've lost it. Oh, it's right here. This tiny little thing.
Oh, it's tiny. Okay.
So
that's you want to increase that to like 750 million?
That's like
all the way.
Yeah. Do you want 85 or you want to go straight for 90?
90.
Just max it out.
Let's just all McDonald's are just gonna stop.
Cheeseburgers $9.99.
Yeah, right. Exactly. The saver menu is minimum a tenner. So we've used all our points, right?
We have indeed.
Play the turn.
Next
Let's
turn.
do it.
Here we go. All right. Health is still doing good. Everything. Look, this looks fine, man. The polls do not look good. Our last polls put us at 22% of the vote of the electorate. I think that's okay though. Our deficit's down. This looks okay. Like the thing is, our popularity is somewhat steady. I guess is approve and disapprove. No. Wait. Average approval. Oh, so I see. This is our approval. The voting intentions got up People are liking
Yeah,
this.
it's good.
I think
It's
they like
good.
the health
It's
food
good. By
subsidy raise.
7 percentage points is pretty good.
It's not bad. I don't know how we won the last election with only 15% of the vote, but
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But here we are.
Maybe it used to be high and it's gone down, and that's why we're in. So, do we want to So the deficit's gone down by a nice amount there.
Yeah.
Do we want to?
You think like pushing it down further, maybe?
Yeah, or reducing crime, perhaps. Try and get some of those key numbers down, like crime, or getting up GDP.
Getting up GDP would be good.
It would be very good, wouldn't it?
So the two biggest factors against us there are somewhat nebulous. There's global economy and there's uncompetitive economy. The things affecting our uncompetitive economy is that our productivity is bad, which is, again, you've got like these nested nebulous factors, right?
Things.
And then there's a lot of things affecting the productivity. Wages, maternity leave, unemployment, alcohol consumption. Alcohol consumption is an interesting one. We could potentially try and lower that with tax as well.
Yeah, raise the alcohol tax.
Yeah, and then wages are kind of stagnant, if not a bit down. Immigration, minimum wage, labor laws, alcohol consumption. Yeah, so there is an alcohol tax here. That's currently at 51%. It's currently high.
Woo! Gosh.
Like, we can bump it to 75, and the alcohol consumption does take a big hit.
It does, doesn't it? Which could be good for GDP.
Yeah, it brings us like 0.5 billion. But it costs 10 points. It's expensive to do.
It's very expensive, yeah. How much do we have to play with? Do we have
15, I think.
15 to play with?
I think I click the one button every time. I think I've done it.
Is it gone? Okay, it's done. It's done. It's done.
Oh no. Oh, but there's alcohol laws as well. We can change the law on alcohol, which is interesting.
Could we raise the age to 21 or something? Oh, we could.
So we can go no limits, 16, 18, 21, low strength beer only, or strong restrictions.
Oh my lord, like prohibition or something.
Yeah, just really.
That'd be
Organized
crazy.
crime goes up though as we go further.
Yeah, that makes
further
sense.
Interesting. The libertarians love it if we put no limits on it though. Okay. That's interesting. I mean, we could do a little bump to 21, man. Oh no, we can't. We can't quite afford it.
We can't afford it, unfortunately. Yeah.
Okay, well, we've bumped alcohol tax a lot. I was going to suggest
something that's done anyway.
I was going to maybe suggest like a health service cut, man, because it's just so expensive.
It's so expensive.
If we're trying to get the
how much would we save?
Well, we can't do anything now because
we've used all of
I
our
did too much
points,
alcohol
right.
taxing. Yeah,
Okay,
but,
okay.
But in general, I was thinking about that maybe being a thing we could potentially do. So corporation tax and payroll tax are giving us an uncompetitive economy is what it's saying. And as is the minimum wage. I imagine that the setup here is that we could lower minimum wage, which would increase our competitiveness, or we could lower payroll or corporation tax. I think both of those would also increase competitiveness, which would then increase GDP, right? But would also decrease our income, right?
It would. Decrease corpo tax to
billions,
22%. How much does that cost?
We could bring it down to 20 if we wanted to, which would be, 10.7 from
so that's
3 billion.
3 bill change, right?
Yeah, we're kind of in the real world. It'd be a bad look to lower state pensions and then decrease corporation tax by the exact same amount. But in this fake world, man, we could give this a try.
We can do whatever the hell we want, man.
Yeah, you want to try?
So we have to be 20% there is the minimum we have to take. Let's apply. Yeah, let's do it.
Boom. All right, we've got 2 points left. I don't know if we can do much with 2 points.
No, maybe like a little change somewhere. The monarchy. That's interesting.
It's the interest over time is just the same.
Bang the same, yeah.
24 million there on the cost, but not much we can do about that. What's this? Food Standards Agency. So we could decrease our food standards, Nick, to save very little money.
Very, very little money. How much do people care about it?
I think environmentalists might care about it. Oh, the farmers care about it. They dislike it.
They don't like it. Yeah, okay.
Liberals love it. And that's about that. The capitalists really don't like us, man. The list of benefits that just come up.
We need a better, like a more increased set of conditions, like a better set of conditions for
look at that.
Corporations, don't we?
Organ donation and stem cells as well. Look at that. Presumed consent is our current organ donation standpoint, and the religious do not like it. Universal no opt-out. You can't opt out. You will give us your organs.
You will, no matter what.
And then the stem cell research as well, which is not expensive.
That's so interesting. Okay.
The religious hate it. I think we might be able to carry some of these forward. I actually don't know.
Oh, can we? Right. Okay. The play button's not there on the top right.
Oh, that's because we have a question, Nick.
Oh,
It says,
well.
representatives from oil companies based in our country have requested that the government deploy troops overseas at our oil refineries in the Middle East to protect them from attacks by terrorists. The governments involved are happy for our troops to be stationed on their soil for this purpose. So, the governments of the countries that our oil companies in are happy for this to happen. So we can either send the troops, this is why we have a military, if we don't, the oil supply will suffer, or it doesn't matter what our motivation is, the symbolism of our troops landing on foreign soil, heavily armed and prepared to use deadly force, is going to cause a major backlash in some countries. It's likely it will lead to both problems with international relations and the possibility of increased terrorism. Our troops are not the security wing of the oil companies, and it's not a job for them. Ooh.
That is tricky, isn't it? That's very tricky.
It is tricky, especially given that the global economy is already on the downturn, man. Like, we can't afford oil prices crashing, you know?
Right. I think we send them in, man. Send in the cavalry.
The cavalry.
Send in the cavalry.
Hold on, I'm just adjusting my camera a little bit here because I'm a little off. There we go. Hold on. Sorry to the viewers here. All right, send them in. Let's go for it.
Send them in.
Go it. So the Liberals did not like it. The Foreign Relations did not like it. The ethnic minorities also did not like it. The Capitalists, a strong leader, and the Patriots loved it though. I think that's also something we can look at. We can look at like how we. So this is how
perceptions on the rightmost tab there. Is that it? Top right.
Trustworthy, strong leader, compassionate. That's what people. Oh, we can. Sorry, no, we can do these media stunts to make people think we're more like this.
Right.
I think we probably want to save that towards the end.
Yeah, sure.
But right now, we've got the least members by a long shot. These guys got 13 million members, the Avengers.
The Avengers are assembling there.
Yeah, right.
Jeez.
They've got a lot of activists as well. We'll see if we can take over them, man. But
here we go.
Okay. GDP is up. We did it. Look at that.
Nice.
Increase in GDP. You love to see it. And we have more points to do, which is good. And
very good.
We're gaining some more popularity. Look at that. So, look at that. 18 turns, Nick.
Oh, we have 18 turns total. Okay.
Yes.
Each turn is 3 months, right? I was wondering that. I was wondering if it'd be 1 month or 6 months or whatever.
So we got a slight uptick in GDP.
Do we increase the quality of our education to filter down into...
That's a good question.
To filter down into productivity?
Yeah, like higher taxpayers. That's interesting. So we do have this, right now we're spending 18.3 billion and we have modern textbooks. We can raise that up to a maximum of 24 billion.
Laptops.
Yeah.
Right. Private schools will hate us. They're going to lose all their money. Everyone's just going to be going to regular state schools. Like Why would you go to private in that situation? But
so private schools are just affected by GDP and state schools. So the higher the GDP, the more private schools there are, but then the more the state funding gets, the lower, like the less private schools there are.
Yes, I see.
Interesting. I don't know, man. It depends on how committed we are to tackling this deficit, you know?
That's true.
Unless you're just of the opinion that we're trying to increase the GDP and the tax to cover this deficit spending.
I'm wondering how much the GDP affects the public perception, right? Because that's what this is all about. This is about staying in.
It is about staying in, but we do have a lot of time, Nick. We got a lot of time.
We do. What we got, like 16 turns?
Something like
left?
that. We got a lot of turns left to go. And so I'm thinking initially, man, I wanna maybe do this.
Oh, he wants to cut the health service.
I wanna serious illnesses only, Nick.
Some prevention. What are we at now? What
we're currently at some prevention. Nick,
so can we just go to the bottom of some prevention?
What's life-threatening ops only is going to cost us? That would give us income. We'd get money from this point. Look at that.
That's USA level there, Isaac. That's why USA was so easy. Remember, we are playing the hardest one, to be fair.
We've got 16 points, man. 32 billion. We could potentially save 10 billion here, man, if we go for the lowest option.
Flipping
I know it's a big switch. Private healthcare loves it. Unemployment goes up or goes down?
I guess it goes up, but just because... Oh, does it go down?
It looks like it goes down somehow.
But why? That's so weird.
I wonder if it's just like tax. I don't know. I think I'm tempted, Nick, to try and bring this deficit under, and we can pander later, maybe.
Right. Okay. Go on then.
I don't think this is going to be a popular choice.
No, this is going to be very unpopular.
But
16 capital, you know. Damn.
School sponsorship. A number of large corporations have expressed an interest in investing in our school system. Everything from free school textbooks to entire sports centers is offered in return for some branding and promotional opportunities. Allow sponsorship. It would be crazy to turn down the offer of free educational materials. The government cannot provide the state-of-the-art facilities that these companies are prepared to build in our schools. Having company logos on school books is a trivial price to pay for such a large investment in education, or prevent sponsorship. Our schools are places for kids to be educated, not be brainwashed in buying this or that brand of cola. Advertising is everywhere in society, and schools are one of the last places with an escape from it. Keep big business out of school. Do you want Coca-Cola branded science books, man?
I don't want Coca-Cola branded science books, but if they are free, and I was thinking of increasing the education budget,
yeah,
I don't mind red textbooks. Red fizzy textbooks.
Fizzy textbooks. Yeah. The section on obesity has been removed. Wait, what?
Yeah. And just general dental hygiene as well.
GDP's up. Education's up. You'll have to see
very
it.
Good. Very good.
What's happened here? Major donor abandons party. It looks like you have not been keeping an eye on the opinions of your major financial backers. Show details. What's happening here? So these are our top party donors. I see. So we've got these people and we've got their kind of general happiness.
Okay.
But you can see that this guy is like a conservative and he likes to state employees. So like when we do things that these guys don't like, then we kind of lose.
We lose our backers,
funding
our
some
financial
point. Yeah.
backers. Right. Okay.
It looks like we're up again though, election-wise. Like people
it's going right up, in it? 30% now.
Yeah. Our cabinet minister for law and order does not like us. She is not happy.
So do we need to decrease crime, add more funding to our police force?
Well, we could just fire her and maybe bring somebody else in.
Bring someone else in who's
it costs
more sympathetic.
10 capital to like really
reshuffle the whole cabinet.
Yeah, but if we just fire this lady, I think we get to hire someone new.
Okay, let's have a look.
So fire her, and then let's hire someone new. And so we can pick. So there are different people who are good at different things. We're looking for somebody who is law and order here, which this guy may be. But
yeah,
you can see the number at the bottom, I believe, is how many points they're going to give us, right? So, for example, down here, this Erica is very loyal to us. And so he's going to give us more points. She's terrible at campaigning. She's terrible at campaigning. Whereas, like, but 2 points is pretty high. 2.1 from this guy. He's real bad. He doesn't have any experience, but Henry is going to give us a lot of points to get stuff done.
I reckon Henry might be quite good if he's got a good.
This guy's got no experience and is bad at campaigning, but gives us 2.2. But
I reckon Henry, you know.
The only thing with Henry is that he doesn't want the job. He's got transport, public services, and an economy, right? Like he doesn't have law and order on his.
Right. Oh, I see. So
like we can still hire him for the job, but
maybe Melanie then. But Melanie's political capital's quite low. If you scroll down, who's the second from the bottom?
There's also what's it with Erica? You just don't like Erica's experience, or the campaigning you think's bad?
The campaigning,
I see. Okay.
Terrible.
Okay. So this guy here also doesn't want the job, but his campaigning and loyalty is good. And he's got no experience in anything. I'm sure we can get him into law and order, right?
Yeah, just get him in.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Look at that. Beautiful.
There we go.
And let that be a lesson. I'm kind of looking. I got my eyes on Monica here. She's at 0.8. I need more points, Monica. All right.
Come on, Monica.
I need more points. Anyway. Okay. So people, look at that. The deficit coming way down. We're at 11.16.
Yeah, very good.
Global economy's coming back.
Third there.
Our GDP's up. Debt's still increasing, obviously, which is not ideal. But I mean, like, look at this. We're spending $8 billion on debt interest. Here, $9 billion.
Yeah,
on debt interest.
It compounds up, doesn't it? So
it's right here. It's one of our biggest. Like we're paying almost our deficit in debt interest. So if we, but then again, getting this $1.86 trillion deficit debt down.
That's just for
$133 billion a year is going to take a while.
Yeah, it's going to take a hot minute, isn't it? Right.
So far, it's not been crazy
bad. It's not been too bad.
The retired are surprisingly not too bad as crime. You sure? The law and order person didn't like us. Crime. Is there a section just for overall crime? Because there's organized crime here. So we could increase the spending on our intelligence service potentially, because that affects organized crime. Also gambling. narcotics.
Yeah, narcotics is quite a big one as well for.
So narcotics is
health.
here. They're outlawed currently, which makes sense. You know, we could make them legalize all drugs.
Oh, so this goes on. Is it like cannabis, medicinal cannabis? Oh, that's quite interesting.
Legalize
But then
LSD,
you've got
heroin, and everything. Yeah.
Everything. Gosh.
Interesting. Okay. I don't think any of those are going to change crime
Any
currently.
major factors right now? Yeah.
I don't know if we have like a crime. Oh, this shows the disposable income of our people. Interesting.
Got none, apparently.
Oh, look, we're down here, Nick. We are liberal capitalists so far.
Oh, right. Okay.
In our current setup.
Nice.
Look at that. We got other people on here as well. Trump's up here in the top right. And Corbyn's on the left there.
No way. Look at that. How interesting.
Yeah, I was intrigued to see if... So, down here, there's Law and Order. What do we have? Police drones?
Oh. Surely get the police drones up.
Only the Conservatives like it. The Liberals, the violent crime goes down, organized crime.
The Liberals already hate us as well.
State religion, eh? Drug Enforcement Agency as well.
Oh, that could be an interesting one.
Doesn't cost much. 78 million mix.
Shall we add it in? Because there's no...
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's add it in.
You want to just go for the mix?
Just max it out.
Yeah.
Might as well max it out.
A very small little deterrent to organized crime and violent crime, but I'm down for it. Get rid of it.
Yeah. Couple mil sorted.
We've not done anything in transport either, man.
How do we add? How do we add and then remove HS2? Let's do that. How do we add it, spend loads of money on it, and then remove it?
That seems like a good setup. Bus. So there's bus subsidiaries, road building. There is free bus passes, which currently are quite prolific by the looks of it. What else do we have? We've got bus lanes, and we've got car emission limits.
Oh, right, okay.
Which are currently high. We could make them higher for a small increase in revenue.
Right.
And also, don't forget, we do have all of these here that we could invest in as well. And that's... Oh, sorry, transport is here. So we got like fuel efficiency standards, electric car incentives. Electric car incentives is an interesting one. It's very expensive, though.
Yeah, state airline is quite interesting. British Airways-ish.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Toll roads. State airline. Limit or ban cars in cities. I mean, bicycle subsidies are not too controversial, I don't think.
No, and they're not crazy expensive
They're
either.
not. There's also just like cycling campaigns, man.
Yeah.
You want to do a bike subsidy? Like,
yeah, if it gets the health up as well, let's do it.
Max it out?
Max it out.
Max it out. Boom. Done. Okay. Do we want to do any cost cutting? Is the next question.
Ooh.
We could tax
Do we want to
petrol.
lower? Yeah. Do we want to lower any kind of environmental subsidies? Since we're telling people to go on bikes, we can cut some costs.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Where's the
environmentalist area? They love us as well. So
they do love us. So there's the winter fuel subsidy. There's a lot. There's clean energy subsidies over here, which are not very high to begin with. Airline tax, eh? We could lower the airline tax. What does lowering the airline tax do? Increases tourism, increases air travel. The environmentalists dislike it a little bit, and it's an ever so slight increase to GDP. Right now, it's a slight negative. So we could, but that's just reducing income. That's not actually a deficit reducer. Yeah. I don't see any big cost cutters that we can do here outside of increasing tax on something like petrol, which we can't even afford to do.
What's road building doing? Road building?
Yeah, so we're currently spending 2.67.
It's a lot.
Some expansion, major new road networks.
Oh, I see. So it's good for our economy.
Yeah, we could pull a little bit down, which is going to increase traffic congestion. Like we could save, 0.6 billion, like 700 million on road building if we pulled this down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Down to here.
Should we do that? Let's do it.
I think some things, not everything's gonna be a big change, right? I think some things we've got to take the small little wins where we can, especially if we're spending on certain stuff.
Exactly.
What's this? This is free score meals, which are already quite high. And this is community policing. I see.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay.
Interesting. Race Discrimination Act.
Oh, interesting.
Unexplained wealth orders.
Oh, you reckon we can like throw this up?
A break with the normal assumption of innocence until proven guilty. Unexplained wealth orders allow prosecution where a wealthy individual cannot explain where their wealth comes from. Controversial but an effective policy against criminals who are clearly profiting from crime. Yeah? Like, you just crank it a bit?
Yeah, let's crank it. Let's crank it a little bit, yeah. You would think that UWOs increase income, right? Because you seize their assets. It's quite interesting, but it doesn't seem to be doing that.
It mostly just brings down crime, right? By the looks of it here.
Yeah. Let's increase it as much as we can using the points we have. Let's play.
Okay, let's go. Okay, education's down. Don't know what we've done for education being down. Oh, I guess just poverty has. I don't know if we've increased poverty.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
right.
A little bump.
It's all those unexplained wealth orders, man.
It could also be the state pension that has gone that we gutted a bit. Okay, GDP's up though. Health is maxed. Crime is up.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is not not good. I don't know how we
should tackle crime next, I think.
Okay. We have a small budget deficit of 1.64 billion, Nick. We're doing so. We lost.
We're doing very well.
Look at that.
We've cut 17 billion out of our deficit there.
I think we might have been we might have been like 21 first, right, when we first started.
Oh, man.
So now we're paying still a lot, but our deficit we're almost in surplus, which would be obviously the ideal situation. Popularity-wise, Nick, you know what? We're on our way, man.
It's going up.
People like our strong-handed approach to governance.
They do. Gosh.
Okay. So,
crime.
You want to fight crime?
Yeah, let's fight crime.
Let's fight crime. So, I mean, the intelligence services is where we can pump a ton of money into.
Do you want to add some money in?
Right now, we've got a sizable spy agency. We can go up to high-tech spy agency and then spy satellite network.
How much does that cost?
So it's only 0.4 billion from where we're currently at.
Oh, shall we let's max it?
Yeah, crank it, man. Yeah, we're tackling crime hard.
We're gonna have the friggin' GCHQ, MI5, MI6,
MI7, MI8,
MI7, MI8. Yeah, that's what we're starting, right?
Already a lot of CCTV cameras on every street corner, which is currently the case. Yep.
Max it at like the London level there.
Face recognition system if we want to go further.
Lord.
Ooh, I feel like you push some of these and people are not gonna like it.
Yeah, right.
We could do body cameras as well. That brings corruption down.
It does bring. Does that bring corruption down, or does it bring it up?
Oh, you think it negatively affects? I think it's negatively affecting corruption. So I think it's also negatively affecting race tensions. I think race tensions get better if you bring this up.
But why does the bar increase when you move that up? Then?
I think this is the negative effect it's having on corruption. So if it was positive on corruption, it would go into the green. Like here, the liberals, they. Wait.
Oh, right.
Wait.
So what are you saying?
I actually don't know. If we bring this down, yeah, because the state employees, they love it less, right? The state employees, they don't love the extra body cameras. So the further down this is, the more of a negative effect these guys just like it. The liberals like it because I assume that it just means there's less corruption. I think the higher this goes, the lower corruption gets. Because now corrupt police officers have a harder time because there's body cameras on everybody, right?
I know what you mean, yeah.
So I think this is bringing down corruption.
Is it counterintuitive then, a little bit?
What do you mean?
Because those, like, in between moving it to the middle and moving it to the top, those negatives increase, right? That negative bar
no, that's correct, though, because here corruption is on. So here we have police cameras on like 50% of policers or whatever. As we move it up, corruption gets lower. Like, there's less corruption.
Right.
Because there's more cameras.
Okay.
Right? I'm pretty sure.
Let's just do it. Let's do it.
Sure.
Put the cameras on all the police officers.
I don't know if that was a great use of our 8 points, but we'll see. Child labor law. Too many of our younger citizens are leaving school early in order to take up a low-paying job. Some are even skipping school to work full-time when they should be learning. The law is currently very weak with regards to preventing companies from employing under 16s in full-time positions. The proposed law would make it a criminal offense to knowingly employ somebody under 16 for more than 5 hours a week. So we can criminalize child labor, we can leave the law unchanged, or we can compromise.
If there's anything I've learned in politics, it's that compromise doesn't win voters, Isaac.
You lose that strong leader status, Nick.
Exactly.
I feel like we can... I think the GDP might take a tiny hit. I think we could probably criminalize child labor.
Yeah. Yeah, let's criminalize it.
I think that's fine.
The capitalists probably won't like it either, but screw it.
Yeah, GDP down a little bit.
Everything else is up.
Yeah, people
quite significantly, which is good.
How are we doing with parents? See, the environmentalists are down and the youth are down. They don't like us as much because we've made some changes. But the parents, we're doing okay with parents.
They like it.
They hit
all right.
Asthma, respiratory disease is like a big thing for parents.
Right, there you go.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, the environment is causing that one. So maybe we could look at environmental policies, maybe to bring that down. Credit rating upgraded. Look at that, Nick. We've upgraded our credit rating.
Oh, nice. You can borrow more money.
Education's up again. Love to see it.
So everything's looking pretty good.
Oh, we've got a potentially bad situation, a doctor's strike on our hands if we don't act soon.
Oh, okay, right. So do we have to do a little, like a precautionary, like medical... Oh yeah, look at that. That's
so I think
close.
This here is when we gutted the NHS budget. And then like it's come up. It looks like it's kind of leveling off. It might not trigger.
It might not hit.
But it could.
Do we like increase their budget just a tiny enough amount that it lets that plateau?
Oh, is there a I want to know what else affects it, because like it's possible we could be able to do something that's not
like labor laws or wages.
Yeah, right. Like if we can trigger something else to kind of affect it. Labor laws are balanced. We can move them to pro-employer or pro-union.
So if we increase that to 8, we might stop the doctor's strike, right?
Increase it to 8. Sorry, what?
So
you mean just like bring it up to
the
higher end of balanced.
The higher end of balance.
That brings the working week down, but it does also.
That would be bad for GDP.
It would be bad for GDP.
GDP is good though.
GDP is good. We are up, which you love to see. And we've got a surplus. Let's go. We're making money. 3.53.
Nice.
This is good. This is good. I think the global economy is on the uptick, so we're doing well there. We could always just kind of leave it and see how it goes.
See if the strike comes and then act.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we want to help?
So I'm intrigued
today
on maybe doing something environmentally, like the environment. What's affecting this? GDP. So GDP negatively affects the environment. The higher the GDP is. Of
course it does. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, so we've got... Oh, geez. Environmentalists, what do you like? They already do quite like us, though, right? I mean, I'm all for, like, these clean energy subsidies, I think. Like, they don't... You know, we could put an extra $1 billion into clean energy subsidies. Just to kind of... Like, the capitalists don't like it.
We can afford it. We can afford it.
Yeah. We did send our troops to the oil, but... I think this is worth potentially investing in.
Yeah.
It's only one as well. It doesn't
cost. Max it.
Yeah.
Let's max it.
And we've got some money to play with. Thanks to our surplus. Even though, you know, ideally we want the surplus to be as big as possible to bring that debt down, I think.
Do we start some campaigns? Do we like run a campaign on how good we are at cars or something to get the motorists more happy?
So, again, I think we're still a ways away from the election, man. I think we can do like speeches, 3 turns before fundraising. You know, we can do these media stunts and stuff much closer to the election. In terms of campaigns, though, you were thinking, what have we got? We've got
transport.
Oh, so you're thinking like a cycling campaign, maybe, or like even like state rail, high-speed rail subsidies as well. Subsidized school buses.
Yeah, something like these.
New car subsidy increases GDP.
That gets the motorists more happy as well.
Yeah.
Which is good.
We do have the ability to start our state airline now if we wanted to as well.
We do.
Biofuel, congestion charges, electric car incentive is very expensive.
The state airline actually might raise us. It might be profitable.
Oh, potential.
At some point in a few years.
Yeah.
Or a few months.
That's true. I mean, I'm all for the new car subsidy here, I think. This kind of looks like it's mostly positive.
It's very popular with voters as well. Let's implement it.
And we maybe don't have to go max on it. Like, we don't have to spend $1 billion. We could potentially spend $500 million, right? What do you think?
Yeah.
Like a strip 500 mil?
500 mil, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Looks like it has a slight negative effect on the respiratory disease as well, so it maybe makes us a little bit...
It's not crazy though, is it?
Not massive.
It's not like a big one.
Okay. Obesity problem has now been under control. Let's go. Our sugar tax or whatever it was has had good results. I think
budget surplus is now 5.7. This is very good.
Oh, let's go. What? I kind of wish. Can I see obesity disappear? I want to see the line, that goes down.
Oh yes. Will that be in like the main area? Is there like an obesity?
It's gone now. Like it used to be over here with respiratory.
Oh, I see.
And now it's no longer a problem.
It's actually not a bubble anymore. Right?
Yeah, like it's fallen below that green line, I think, and it's gone. Like organized crime is still a problem, but it's on its way down a little bit.
Yeah.
Respiratory is going up, which is not good. The parents are not going to be happy. Why do the youth dislike us? They love gay marriage, they dislike our alcohol laws. They also dislike narcotics, intellectual property, internet speed, eh?
Oh, shall we give everyone gigabit?
I don't think
that might be good for everyone.
So, internet speed is solely affected by technology. And technology is affected by these things. So if we increase military spending, that's going to get us technology. Science funding.
Shall we increase science? Was there one that said technology research as well in that one? No,
we've got stem cell research, nuclear weapons, intellectual property rights, and science funding. There could be something in here that potentially has
like a public service. Technology colleges at the bottom there.
Oh yeah, that's going to increase technology for sure.
Oh, it's very popular with voters. 100%.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Of voters love
university grants. Regulate social media, eh?
Oh, popular with no one, but probably required.
Climate Challenge Adoption Fund.
It's very expensive, that Climate Challenge Adoption Fund. Flipping out.
What else were there?
The bottom blue one there.
Oh yeah, it's very expensive.
Very expensive.
Jeez. Ban alcohol.
Flipping heck.
You need 30 points to get that through.
These are like ultra right and ultra left.
Nobody
like the
likes
red
it.
ones, aren't they?
Adult education subsidies are also interesting, man.
Very good for productivity and education, and not crazy expensive.
They're quite expensive on
a lot of
political capital. 12, yeah. The
I think we put this in this
the colleges.
College.
Yeah, I think so. You want to max it or
let's max it. Let's go like full tech.
Why half-ass something when you can full-ass something, right?
Exactly.
Okay. City farms, eh? Business startup campaign. Huh.
That's a cost of 2 capital, so it might be worth doing.
This one, yeah, it's not bad. Cycling campaign. The cycling campaign could maybe help us. It decreases bus and rail usage, which is interesting. The health could increase, like it could maybe assuage the doctors a little bit. Is what I'm thinking.
It might like reduce pressure on the health service.
Yeah,
and it's cheap.
It is cheap. I think we should. Let's campaign
max
cycle.
It. Yeah.
And we've got 3 points left. Alcohol awareness campaign could lower alcohol consumption. Oh,
that alcohol awareness campaign is pretty good, cost-wise as well.
You want to implement this?
Let's do it. Full send.
All right. What we got? There is an urgent policy question, Nick. There is pressure for us to introduce a law that bans the wearing of religious symbols in state schools by students. This would include wearing the hijab by female Muslim students and wearing a cross by Christian students.
Oh. So it's like the move towards secularism, basically.
Yeah, it's a school as a place for children to learn, not display religious allegiance. And then the opposite side is there's nothing short of discrimination against Muslims. I mean, that nobody expects this for Christian crosses. Oh, I don't know, man.
This is tricky, isn't it? I mean, in real life, France have done this.
Yeah.
And I feel like all it does is just makes them unpopular both domestically and internationally, right? With many, especially internationally.
You think we should reject the ban?
I think we should reject the ban.
Okay. Religious like it, liberals don't like it. I think we're not super popular with the religious. We're going to be more popular now, I guess. But we also have
to focus on some liberal stuff.
We need to keep it popular enough to not get assassinated as well, though, is the thing.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly.
Okay. Still, like our surplus is still good. I like it.
We're doing all right here.
I feel like our debt is still going up somehow, though. We're still paying a lot on debt. Oh, geez, and the state pension is still big there. 57 billion on income tax, man. We get so much of our money from income tax. It's crazy.
That's crazy, isn't it? That is crazy.
Actual madness. Okay, so there is still the technology from which I'm kind of interested in increasing, I think.
You reckon that will help with the youth and the capitalists as well?
I think it'll also just help GDP as well. I think it's just good all over.
Let's see what we can do.
So, the more intellectual rights we have, the higher the technology. Okay.
Everything is better. Uses 3 capital though.
Nuclear weapons, eh? Orbital bombers. Jeez. We've already maxed out technology colleges. We could do more in stem cell research. The religious are not going to like it, but technology does go up a small amount.
We've just helped with the religious, so we could counter it with.
Gosh, we could invest 15 billion in overwhelming force.
Force of the military. Have like
I'm wondering, do we go a little bit the opposite way? Do we kind of bring the military down a bit?
Do we actually cut down military spending? The only thing we need to be careful of is not to reduce our presence on the world stage, right?
That's true. We're already light defensive, though. Like we could, and that's 11 billion. We could maybe go to like the edge of light defensive, like maybe down to 9 billion.
You want to do, do you want to spend the 6 there?
Is that what I've done? Or was I gone too far? Yeah.
Yes. No, the 6 is good. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Easy. That's a few more billion in our pocket. And then, are there any big things affecting GDP that are keeping us down? How do we?
Doesn't look like.
It's massively increasing air travel, I guess. It's kind of hard to see with this. Again, the big ones just seem to be airline tax, corporation tax, corruption, crime. Crime is here. That's okay. Organized crime is the biggest factor of crime.
Do we do some of these like prison
it's coming down so good though.
Oh,
we're doing a good job on organized crime. We've really hit that hard. Interesting. There is gambling, which we could change. Like we can really the higher this goes, the more organized crime kicks in. So we could bring we could limit the stakes on gambling to bring down organized crime quite a bit actually if we bring it all the way down.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's go here. Boom. And then 2 points. Can we do anything for 2 points?
Something light.
Yeah.
Maybe a policy of some kind.
Business startup campaign. Cyberbullying awareness campaign.
Oh,
healthy eating campaign.
Healthy eating campaign, not too expensive.
Carpooling campaign. Telecommunication initiative. Or telecommunicating initiative. I wonder if this I wonder if this will help with internet speeds.
This might be very good. Let's do it. It lowers car usage as well, so the environmental
and the telecoms industry goes up. Let's do it. Fine.
Max.
Boom.
Play
all right.
Round.
I'm ready. 7.46 billion. Let's go.
Oh, we're doing well here.
So the doctor strike.
Ooh. It looks like it's plateaued.
It does look like we might have
stayed at 55%.
Right? It looks like we've kind of managed to hold steady on the
line
on the
as long
doctor
as nothing
strike.
Pushes them over the edge. How are our Oh, this is good. This is good.
Yeah, right? We're doing pretty well here. 40.
We are doing pretty well.
5%. We do need and to be fair, 45 might be a winning percentage if there's 3 parties.
Yeah, for sure. How's our cabinet doing? man. What are they saying?
Monica does not love us.
Monica doesn't love us at all.
Monica was doing bad before though, right? You wanna ditch her?
Yeah, let's ditch her.
Get out of here. Okay, we need a new transport minister. So we can organize by suitability, which gives us the person who's like best for the job, I guess, who is Erica. Or we can go by loyalty, and doing it by loyalty I think might give us like the highest numbers.
Capital?
Campaigning doesn't give us as many, but she's good at campaigning. Ooh, I don't know. What do you think, man? What do you want to...
Campaigning, we're running a lot of campaigns.
We are.
So I feel like good campaigners, or at least average campaigners, are
What do you think
useful.
to Henry here? We looked at Henry before.
Experience. Yeah, let's get him in.
He's
got loyalty as well.
Yeah.
He can just gain experience on the job.
What are we hiring for? Are we hiring for transport? We are.
Transport.
Right? And he wants to be transport. Look at that. Boom.
Let's get him in. Sorted.
What about Anna here? Do we want to... Oh, maybe even Ron. Do we want to get Ron out of here? 0.5? He's not really doing much for us.
One more capital from Ron. His campaigning is damn good. Do you reckon we want someone with more... His experience is going up.
It is. It depends. It's just if we want more points. What about... Anna's campaigning is terrible. And we could probably get more points from Anna.
Should we get her out? Let's get her out.
1 capital. Get her out. Okay. So... Again, we're organizing by campaigning here, so we've got good campaigners. The highest is 2. I thought it was 2.5, but it might be 2.1, 2.2. But he's terrible at campaigning. I don't know if they're retired on our top of our agenda.
What about the second from the top? You go all the way up.
This guy right here,
this
Andre.
This guy here.
Yeah, I'm down for this guy.
He doesn't want the job.
He doesn't want the job.
But he's loyal to us.
What about the one below then? She does want the job.
She does, and it's only 0.1 lower. Yeah, let's take Melanie in.
And the religious might like it if we
yeah, hire her, get her in.
Get her in. Okay. She might dislike our anti-religious stance. I don't know if it's anti-religious, but like the fact that the religious don't like us. She might also dislike our policies, but we'll see.
Hopefully that helps.
Okay, 14 points, man. Organized crime coming down like a rock. That's gonna get down hopefully nice and quickly. Yeah. Respiratory is still on the up and up. I think that's tobacco usage is interesting. So there's a tobacco tax that we can crank.
Oh yes, it's like do we add that? Do we raise that just to before the red zone?
To here, to 30%.
Yeah. It increases our income as well.
It does. I'm all for this, man.
Good for the health as well. Maybe the doctors might like that because there's less lung issues coming into the hospitals.
Oh, so there's also like this is like a ban on tobacco. So like we can increase.
We can spend like insane political capital if we maxed it.
It would, but even just like here, it brings tobacco usage down, but it does increase organized crime.
That's the downside, I guess, right?
Yeah. So we could like, if we lower it, then more people can smoke, but there's less organized crime. Or we can increase it, less people will smoke, and there's less organized crime. So that one's tricky.
If we're already tackling organized crime, hopefully that wouldn't turn it around. The awareness campaign, I think it is, the awareness stuff is quite good because it naturally lowers people. It doesn't get people to go the crime route. They just don't want to smoke, right?
You want to pump an extra 30 million into this? That's not too expensive.
Let's do it.
Okay. And then are you thinking that we do go with the, like we just go out and we increase this a little bit?
Yeah, just a tad, I think.
That's all we really can do, right? So we've had a tobacco heavy turn.
Mm-hmm.
What about this business startup campaign, man?
Anything we can spend 2 capital on? The business startup campaign.
Healthy eating campaign as well.
Yeah.
Again, potentially the doctor strikes. We could potentially try and mitigate those a little bit.
Put it in.
Again, 100 million. Chump change, man.
Let's do it.
Face on the new banknotes. The new banknotes will be introduced soon, and a new face has to be put on them. An honorable archbishop and a famous human rights activist from our country have made it to the final list, and it's now up to you to decide who gets on the currency. So we can choose Archbishop, whose name I'm not going to attempt to pronounce, or we can choose this human rights activist who has done human rights work.
I think we take the Archbishop, Fernando. Yep. Appease the liberals.
Boom. The liberals dislike it. But the religious love it.
They do. Screw it. Why not?
Okay, and it's okay. We got a new. That's fine. I'm sure that we can bring this back. Tourist murdered. Oh gosh, that's not good.
Oh no.
One of your cabinet ministers needs to talk to you urgently in private.
Oh,
this guy Ron.
Public services. Didn't we get him in recently? Or am I
no,
thinking
we were just talking about potentially swapping him out, but you said he's good at campaigning, right? So currently working as your public services minister is tired? Is tired in your government and may wish to leave the position and possibly politics altogether. You may be able to persuade them to stay. I don't know if we want to persuade them to stay. They're not very good.
No, yeah, get them out.
Oh, skill shortage is now also potentially like on its way. That's another little situation.
It's a bit down. It's not going down any further, so it might not go into the green, but
we did. We didn't put any more money into state schools. Okay, I thought we did, but we didn't.
No, I think we considered it and then left it.
How are we doing? Look at that. The Avengers are dropping off like flies, man.
Oh, very good. Very good.
You love to see it. You love to see it. How? And the surplus is up at 10 billion. Yo, look at that.
We're getting voted in at
People
this rate, man.
love it, Nick. People love
voted
it.
in at this rate.
Okay.
Okay.
We got 16 that we can spend out here. I quite like our GDP forward approach.
Mm-hmm. Good GDP helps everything, doesn't it?
Seemingly, yeah, and it's gone up quite nicely. We could potentially try and do something about this skills shortage that could be an issue. So we've kind of bumped technology up, and bumping technology up has made the skills required higher, right?
So we need to really improve education then. Hopefully improving education will lower crime as well.
I think so.
You would think.
Well, I think it reduces poverty, and I think poverty affects crime.
Yes.
I think is the connecting dots there, right? So we could just bump state school budgets up, but we're talking billions on that, right?
It's very expensive.
And we can do it. We currently spend 18. We could go up the max to like 23. That's only what, like 5 billion, 6 billion?
Yeah.
And we have not 10. So we could do that. Alternatively though, is there anything in here under education? There's a young entrepreneur scheme. Technology grants are expensive, but reduce unemployment, increase technology, increase productivity. This seems interesting. State energy company, quantitative easing. You want to do some quantitative easing?
Oh, yes. Let's just borrow loads.
Increase GDP and increase inflation. That'll be fun. Ban coal. GDP took a big old hit. Carbon capture and storage. Robotics research grant up at the top there as well. Interesting. Public services maybe. Like, is there something in here that could potentially increase our school skills readiness? You know, without there's like university grants that we could potentially go with. Those are going to reduce unemployment, reduce generational wealth gap, and they're going to increase.
It's good for the youth as well, which is quite good, and their income, which could increase. So it could be worth
it. I think that'll help with the skills shortage. Do you want to go for this?
Let's do it.
How much you'll spend here, man?
That's the thing.
We can spend up to 3 billion.
Do we just go for it?
You get some big benefits when you go up to the max here, generous grants.
Right.
I think we go for it, man.
Let's do it.
I think we go for it.
So we've got 3 left.
Yeah, maybe we just saw that tourism thing about someone getting killed.
Oh yeah, do like a little
a tourist
tourism
has been
campaign.
murdered. Yeah,
someone just got murdered. Come visit us.
Yeah, let's here we go. Tourism ad campaign.
Implement. Perfect.
Boom.
Max it out. Let's
All right.
go.
What we got? Unemployment's down. GDP is down.
No.
Ooh.
Okay.
You don't have to see it.
Okay.
People love us. We're killing it. In terms of which I'm amazed at.
It's going to be a landslide election, man.
Given that that we destroyed we gutted the NHS and the retirement budget at the start.
Just patch it up with enough stuff, and apparently people buy it.
Yeah, right. Okay, so this guy he's very much not happy with us.
Do we increase the liberal and trade unionist sympathies then? Like, how do we help them out?
So they love the abortion law. What do they dislike? They dislike the CCTV, the intelligence services.
border controls, prisoner tagging. Oh, but all of those things are useful for crime.
Oh, interesting here. So currently there's no executive term limit. Like we can go like as long as we want, right? So we could introduce a term limit of like 5, I don't know if that's years or terms.
Oh, I see. So that they have to leave.
Yeah, I don't know whereabouts that is on the thing. So I think you can also increase the, I think you can almost become a dictator here, man. Because I think you can also like,
change like the election style or something like that.
Yeah, I think you can change like the amount of time between elections. Yeah. Nice. I don't know
if you're like not going to get, if you're like imminently going to get voted out, right? You could just change that.
Is it here? Oh, that's the term limit. And then what's this? Oh, this is executive term length. Yeah, so right now it's 5 years, but you can make it like 6, 7 years. You can really bump it up, right? They don't love it in terms of democracy, but anyway.
Changing it to 4 years might be actually interesting because it appeases both the Democrats and the Liberals, but we will still get voted in because our polling is good.
That's true. We can't afford to lower it just yet, unfortunately. It's 18 points to lower it. Oh, that goes
all the way to 18. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Is this uncompetitive economy? It's on the up and up. I don't know. Like wages, we could lower minimum wage.
Can we afford to increase minimum wage, or is that
so we can increase it, but it's going to lower productivity, I think, even more. So like here is the current medium. Obviously, it costs us nothing to change in terms of like income. The capitalists dislike it. Poverty goes down. Unemployment goes up. Uncompetitive economy. So this is the one here that I'm looking at, right? This one goes up quite a bit as we increase that, right? Like this uncompetitive economy bit. It goes down slightly if we lower it.
Is there any like policy stuff we can do to increase the uncompetitive economy or like decrease the uncompetitive economy? Like some kind of business stuff?
Maybe under economy here. So we're trying to helicopter money. An unusual policy designed to boost the economy immediately, where the government effectively prints free money and hands it directly to citizens for them to spend. Normally, the amount is fixed and can be withheld from those on high incomes. Like all money printing, it is inflationary.
Yeah, look at that. Currency strength is down. That's interesting. That reminds me of stuff that's happened in the last few years.
Productivity, technology grants, maybe. Just like the productivity goes up here. They're expensive though, up to $4 billion. On technology grants. That does have the downstream effect of increasing technology, which increases internet speeds, which the youth love, right?
Yeah. GDP goes up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tricky, isn't it?
It is tricky, man. Mars program? Ban Sunday shopping. I'm surprised this is not already in.
That's already bloody almost. Yeah, I was going to say. It already bloody exists.
Restrict the flow of capital out of the country. Look at that.
Oh, wow. Jesus.
Cap CEO pay multiplier. Interesting.
That actually is good for the uncompetitive economy.
Is it? No, the uncompetitive economy goes up. I think that makes it
worse. So it's like a bad up.
Yes, right, exactly. Right. Yeah. I think that is a bad up. I mean, I'm kind of on board with these grants, man.
Yeah, shall we put it in?
I think so. Do we want to just go for it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Like our surplus is going to go down for sure, but I think we can maybe make it work.
Could be useful in the long term.
And I mean, there's science funding as well that we could just kind of like crank.
Yeah, max out. And Ron will be happy.
Ron's going to love it. Our
it.
Surplus is not. I think we're going to go into a deficit here.
No, probably.
Surgical strikes. Terrorists in the Middle East have started to attack vital pipelines owned by our companies and which indirectly provide us with fuel. In order to protect our oil supply, the army would like to start surgical strikes and carefully selected targets. Do we want to authorize surgical strikes or do not engage?
It will be very good for the economy in terms of because they're owned by our companies.
Yeah.
The Liberals
are gonna hate it if we
will not like it.
If we engage. Are you wanting to engage though?
Yeah. Can we engage and then do something to really help the Liberals?
How are the Liberals feeling currently? The Liberals are middling. We'll see how they go. One thing we've not looked at. So unemployment's down, GDP's up, and you love to see it.
This is good. Oh, everything's green.
Slight deficit.
Okay,
3 billion.
we can work on that.
But Nick, look at this.
Oh, 75%.
They love it.
Something like that. Look at that.
So something to bear in mind, I guess, the thing to bear in mind is that right now these are organized by population. So like there are more liberals than there are state employees, so more state employees than capitalists.
Right.
The wealthier, the smallest population-wise, right? We can organize by happiness, the state employees lovers and the religious haters. But like from a population standpoint, most of our population is liberal, right? So
yes,
they do dislike it, but they're also quite for the most part they're fine. You know, they
they're all right?
You know, they don't hate us. They're doing all right. They're doing okay. They mostly don't like the CCTV cameras, but you know what you gotta do.
Yeah, exactly.
How are we doing on crime?
We can afford here, I think, to do a one-turn reduction of the election cycle. It costs 17, I think.
So you want to bring this? Oh no, it doesn't, man. It costs 18.
Oh, it's 18. Oh, that's annoying. Okay.
I mean,
we'll have to wait.
If we
swap someone out.
I don't think if we swap them out, I don't think we'll get to do it this turn anyway.
No.
Whoops, I need this one. But we could get rid of this guy. And
yeah, he kind of wants to be out anyway.
Yeah. Okay, let's get rid of him. Okay, so who do we want here? Andre, maybe? He does want public services. We were going to go with him before.
Yeah.
And he's got the campaigning experience, man.
He does. Let's get him in. 1.7, yeah, that's not bad. Good political capital.
Yeah, it's 1.2 more than what we had before, so hopefully next time we might be able to lower that cycle. So, we've already cranked out the green initiatives. Do we want to do some unpopular things, Nick? Such as maybe some cost-cutting measures
to get our deficit down.
Yeah.
Do we want to like
up here we've got
corporation tax, reduce state pensions?
There's a disability benefit. There is child benefit, 7.57 billion. Who doesn't like child benefit? I guess some parents. Capitalists don't like that it exists. Liberals, the poor, and parents like that it exists.
No.
Interesting.
How much are we talking here?
We're talking about 7 billion is the current spend. We could also cancel policy. We can just get rid of child benefits.
Right, yeah, that'd be quite something.
Imagine just cancelling state pensions. Just get rid of it. Costs 31 to do that. Can we cancel the cancel income tax?
Right.
We have the ability to do that, but probably not the best.
We get
option.
no income. It would be popular with the world, but no income.
State housing is also another one. Basically, the welfare is on the top right here, right? That we are. Alcohol awareness campaign is already mixed, so is the tobacco awareness campaign. Unemployment benefit. How does that change things? Capitalists like it. Poverty increases.
There's no income from it though. The cost just goes down. Oh, the cost does go down, I guess. How much are we spending on that?
We're spending 1.6 billion, which is not much. To be fair. Family planning. Not spending much on it.
Basically not spending anything on it.
Yeah, I mean, again, organizing it by finances just shows where the money's at. And I mean, like, do we do another cut to the pension?
How much can we cut it down? Can we cut it down by just a little bit?
We could. So there's medium that goes all the way to here, then you end up in low territory. We're at 28. We could bring it down to like
the upper end of medium. Spend 8 maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, we could go like as low as 23. Claw back like 5 billion. And see how people like that. I don't think they're gonna love it, but you know,
no,
is what it is.
It's got to be
payroll tax.
So do we increase the payroll tax or corporation tax?
I'm kind of thinking, do we lower tax, man?
Oh, you really want to bang up that popularity? Can we afford to though? We're in a deficit.
I don't really want to lower. I'm not too worried about the popularity. I'm happy to take a hit on the popularity. It's mostly a case that like increasing the taxes, I think, negatively affects the GDP, right? I think the higher the payroll tax here, like the GDP goes down, and then like the lower it goes, the GDP goes up, right? And so that's kind of where I'm at currently. Gosh, I don't like it though, man. I feel like if we look at the bubbles, we're probably going like in where's the chart? I have no idea where the chart's at. Compass. Yeah, we're moving. We're pretty on the liberal side. We've moved away from the capitalists. By the looks of it, we've kind of moved to the left here. You know, we're very centralized. Yeah. That's maybe good.
Okay, I guess that's why people seem to be green to orange.
Yeah, influence. Yeah, GDP is the big one there. Policy popularity is an interesting one.
Oh, hello.
So people really don't like income tax. Makes sense.
Yeah.
They don't like just tasers or firearm laws. People don't like this. They want
they want a total ban? It's like that there.
Or do they want the ability to, like, they want no ban? They want to be able to just do what they want.
Yeah.
Who knows? We've got 9 points. What can we... Plastic bag tax.
Slam it.
Slam it.
Get rid of the plastic bags.
All right. It didn't cost as much to do so. Agricultural subsidies.
I think that's quite expensive, isn't it?
Clean energy was done.
Already maxed that.
Labor laws. We looked at the labor laws and the minimum wage, but like... It's awkward because increasing it is the popular thing to do, decreasing it is like the GDP thing to do, right? What have we got up here? Citizenship test. We're at a minimum currently. Border control, immigration rules, and nuclear weapons. As well as the refugee policy and foreign aid. Ooh. Consumer rights, people like them. Right to return goods. No, limited rights. Get rid of all of them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Automated refunds. Wow. Yes, please.
Arts subsidies. I mean, we could also spend a little bit more on state schools.
Yeah, get the education level up.
What do you think? Maybe like here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Keep rural banks. So we can either force rural banks to stay open or allow them to close is our current setup. It says that these branches are still used by many elderly people in rural communities, and campaigners want the government to force these banks to stay open. Just use your iPhone, man. I mean...
Close them all.
Close them all. Farmers hate it, but like, the farmers are right down.
Capitalists like it.
Yeah, they love it, man. Okay. GDP's up, education is down, poverty is up. None of that's good. We've got a surplus though. We spent money and I don't know how we managed it, but we got a surplus again.
Yeah,
I guess we cut state pensions, I think, is the reason for that.
True. That is true.
Okay, we've got so much stuff. We're so popular though. We're so popular.
So popular.
I don't know how we're so popular.
I don't know. Yeah, like, do we just what do we do now? Because we're also in surplus. Do we just friggin' increase the surplus? We're like kind of 2/3-ish in our tenure.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yo, we've got 19 points.
Oh, you want to lower the...
lower the
is
the term.
This one here. You're bringing it down to 4 years.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I wonder if that actively takes away from us. Like, I wonder if that brings our...
Like, it actually brings our timing down. Yeah, I have no idea.
I think it does, though. I think we're about to...
And then we could, like, and then we could win the election because we're so popular.
So popular.
This is the master plan.
So, like, right now, we've got the option to start doing speeches and fundraising and perception.
Right.
So, okay.
Do we start doing those now?
I think we can, man. Yeah.
Spending our capital on it and just really...
So, like, here we can do speeches that, like, the socialists like and the capitalists dislike, or we can do, like, even more that the capitalists like and the socialists dislike. Like, we can pick...
Like, very much dislike. Yeah, okay. And they've got, like, different strengths as well, right?
Yeah. Poor that like it, but the wealthy don't. I mean, there's not many wealthy, but the poor already like us, right?
Yeah.
We're already very popular with the poor.
There's no need to appease them, is there?
Exactly, right.
Things like
I'm wondering who...
don't really like us.
Trade unionists, I think, are already quite happy with us. Retired, they already like us. Let me organize these by, like, popularity.
Yeah. Who doesn't like us?
I feel like we need to win over... Oh, I'm trying to figure out, like, who is the biggest group. Like, the capitalists, really, man. I feel like the capitalists are pretty big and they don't really love us.
So how do we? Is there any speeches we can do?
Which is crazy. I feel like all we've been doing is cutting benefits and raising taxes, man.
Oh dear.
So this one here, the capitalists like, and the socialists really dislike.
They hate, right?
We do have we're somewhat popular with the socialists. State employees like it, self-employed don't, the poor like it, and the wealthy don't. Oh, I don't know, man. The retired like it, and the youth don't. The youth already don't like us.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not going to vote for us anyway.
That's the thing. God, seeing a lot of parallels here.
I don't know if any of these are any good, man. Do we just go with do you want to go with like a stunt to show that we're like a strong leader?
Yeah.
So sometimes these can backfire.
Okay,
I see here. So we can do judo with special forces. We can be interviewed while jogging. We can do a windsurfing photo op like Mark Zuckerberg, or we can do or we can play a charity football match. Or we can be filmed with a hunting rifle. Each one has a success chance. Each one has an impact, and each one has a capital cost.
What's the if you can scroll up? What's the success chances of the higher ones?
So,
the interviewed while jogging one. But the impact is a bit lower, but our perception's already good. But the success chance is high. Do you want to get interviewed while jogging?
oh, sorry, I'm muted. I was thinking, what about judo, man? Like, it's got 28% impact. Like, it's got high impact. The success is lower. But we're trying to be seen as a strong leader. Do we want to be judoing? Or do you think jogging is the safer bet?
I don't know. Yeah, I'd be down to do judo. Do we just do like all... Do we do judo?
Yo, success. They loved it. They loved it. People think we're a strong leader, man.
What can we do as a compassionate one as well? Can we be seen as like...
Be filmed feeding a baby lamb. Attend the funeral of a police officer killed in the line of duty. Give a speech in a church after a shooting.
Jesus.
And visit the aftermath of a flood, Nick.
Oh, surely one of these top two, right?
I feel like we just feed the lamb, man.
Yeah, feed the lamb. Feed the baby lamb.
Look at that. People love us. People love us. We've only got 5 points left. Is there one more stunt we can do? Just all stunts.
Yeah, just to really go for it. Yeah.
So trustworthiness.
Trustworthy.
Be interviewed on morning television. That never goes well for them. Eat breakfast in a typical Builder's Cafe.
How many
points
filmed
do we
watching
have? A sports team. We got 5.
5. Okay. Do we do the second one?
You go eat breakfast in a Builder's Cafe.
Yes.
They love it.
Nice.
They love it.
Very good.
Foreign president visit. The president of a nation with a fast-growing economy has invited you to an official state visit. The visit could be an excellent opportunity to encourage trade with the country, which would be great for our jobs. The country's record on human rights is highly questionable.
Ooh.
So, like, do we take the GDP option or do we take the moral option, you know?
Oh, I mean, we have just increased our moral perceptions, so do we just take it?
Yeah, we just,
yeah.
GDP's up there. Okay. Look at that, GDP's up even more. Polls are optimistic. Look at this.
Oh.
Nice. Oh, we're very close. I don't know how many more turns we have. 2 turns. Like 2 turns.
2 turns, right.
We got
2
this.
turns left. We can't mess it up, right?
We can't mess it up. I mean, we could do more media stunts, but I don't think we can get any higher than 50%, so I don't think there's much of a point in doing that.
We just do one more trustworthy one, that's all.
I mean, we could get Patriots. I don't think Patriots are very...
What manifesto stuff do we have?
Oh, I see.
I see. Oh, it's like a next... I think you might be able to do this in the last month or something.
Oh, maybe. It says there pledges can be made just before each election.
I see.
Yeah, maybe. What we're going to pledge to do next time. Our surplus is pretty good, though. Our debt is about the same as when we came in, which is not great. Like, we're still spending a lot on debt interest.
At least it's going up.
Yeah, we'd really have to go hard on cuts, I think, if we wanted to bring the surplus
down.
up and the debt down, yeah.
Yeah.
I
think we're doing all right, though.
We're doing very good, I think, yeah. Gosh, I mean, like, we could try and curb car usage with, like, bus and rail subsidies.
Yeah, shall we try to do that? Or, like, a campaign? Like a campaign of some kind?
Yeah, let's have a look what we can do here. So, public transport. Congestion charge is interesting. People are not going to like it, but, like, it would work.
Clean fuel subsidy, maybe?
State rail? Rail usage goes down? Sounds about right. This high speed right
Oh, HS2. There it is.
11 billion.
That is good, but it just is expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Carpooling campaign is really all we can do to try and reduce car.
Yeah, should we just go for it?
Yeah, well, we'll pump that in. Like, that's not really much
yeah,
we
there we go.
do there. Small business grants, maybe. Organic farming subsidies, eco home regulations, plastic tax, frequent flyer tax.
Yeah, interesting.
Mortgage tax relief.
Popular, that.
The frequent flyer tax. I think most people are frequent flyers, right? Is the thing.
That's the thing.
Ban cryptocurrency. Not popular at all.
No
one likes it.
Very weird, yeah. That it exists.
I also don't know how you ban cryptocurrencies.
Should we do the cyberbullying awareness campaign?
You've got to,
why
man.
not?
You've got to. Okay. Right to die. Ooh.
Oh, wow. Let's get kind of... There's a lot of deep stuff here.
Reforestation, maybe?
Yeah? Yeah?
Let's do some reforesting.
Let's do it.
And then we've got 6 left.
City farms? The farmers don't like us,
the farmers don't like us, and it brings food prices down, so...
Yeah, everyone will be happy with that.
I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. Hackers breaching criminal systems, so we can either arrest them or we can hire them. Do we take on the criminals because they know our systems, or do we arrest them?
I think we got to hire them, man.
Yeah.
Everybody loves that.
State employees do not like it, but okay. Russian ships approach. What is that?
Oh no.
Okay, this is fine. We got a surplus of 9 billion, man.
Yeah, this is good. Maybe we can increase that. Oh,
Nick,
this is the hardest country, man.
Nick,
we should go into politics, Isaac. We should go into politics. We should become MPs.
Maybe, man.
Oh, man.
Okay, so manifesto. Look at this. So we can
here we
cut
go.
by 25%. Who's going to commit to cutting income tax by 25%? That's such an insane pledge to make.
Oh, my Lord.
Jeez.
There are some stuff that we can do, like gender equality and human development, right? That most people should like. That we can probably make pledges.
So, like, we're not going to cut income tax by 25%. We're not going to cut the executive term limit again.
No, we've already done that.
We're not going to cut the intelligence services. We're not going to cut border controls. I think this is kind of the point, is that people usually make claims that they can't stick to.
Yeah.
I don't know if cutting alcohol is going to give us any... So you think we should gender equality?
The blue ones. Yeah.
Liberals love it. And you think human development?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone loves it.
Everyone likes it.
And then speech-wise... The Liberals hate it, the Conservatives love it. I don't think there's just much. There's not much here that we want.
I think the speeches would only be useful if we're doing badly.
Yeah.
Because it's like a last-ditch effort, right?
Yeah. You want to do a quick media stuff for trustworthiness?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, the one most likely to work is appear on a televised genealogy program. That one's 80% success.
Should we do that?
Yo, let's go.
They were the public lovers.
Okay, I think we're basically the election.
Is this the last one?
I think it might be.
Here we go.
What the heck do we do? Just like as a last ditch effort here.
Something crazy.
Free eye tests.
Yeah.
Done. Keep the country tidy campaign. Yes.
Do it. Screw it. Why not? Done.
All right, Nick.
Here it comes.
This is it. Are you ready, Nick? Our first term in office. It's us, the laborious Conservatives against the Avengers, the Rep Dems, smaller parties and no voters.
Here we go. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Nick, it's not even close, man. It is not. We might as well be a dictatorship at this rate.
The amazing landslide. Look at that.
85%
We've just
of the
destroyed
electorate.
Multi-partisanship. We've turned into a one state system.
Look at this, man. The self-employed and the farmers and the religious still voted for us in majority.
Oh, man.
That's crazy.
It's just because we're so good.
We've increased air travel, Nick. We've reduced alcohol consumption and the environment. We've reduced the oil price somehow.
Who knows why, but we have.
We've reduced food prices. We've reduced the generational wealth gap and unemployment, Nick. Human development is up.
Oh man, these are big numbers too.
They are,
for an entire population.
Nick, violent crime is down.
We are.
Oil demand is up. Cryptocurrency adoption is up. Healthcare demand is down. Corruption's down. Nick, we've solved it. We've solved politics, man.
It. We've solved the world, Isaac. Can we submit this to our local authorities and run as leaders? Wow.
Oh, there we go.
We won the UK, people.
We won it.
Apparently, liberal capitalism, being slightly centre right, is the way to go.
I don't know who's down here. I don't know who's around this section.
Don't know who that is.
Yeah, right.
It's interesting that they put all so many people.
Yeah, right. Anyway, I mean, we can click begin next turn, but I think, Nick, for us, we can do a post-election shuffle. Look at that. We can pick new cabinet members.
Oh, yeah, look at that. I mean, quit while you were still a hero, right?
Yeah, exactly, right.
Stay long
just
enough
retire.
To see yourself become the villain.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But that is Democracy 4. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, you want to see more in the future, you can go ahead, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below, hit the like button as well on your way down there. It'd be very much appreciated. For now, though, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye, everybody.